Yeah, once again, I am back, and it's been a while. Um, wow, dang, I've been banging on here since December 25th. They told me 2 weeks, and I was supposed to be back right then, but wow. I just happened to just say, let me just try this thing tonight, and there I was. I'm back. Sure, people might have missed me, but I don't know. Um, it's always a price to pay for telling the truth, and that's what it is. So once again, King BJ Johnson is starting back up, and we are coming back, and we're gonna have to be a little bit more new and improved, though. Um, it's 2022. Censorship is at an all-time high. As you see by me being censored, probably 3 times, right? So I mean, what can I say? Darius, I'm back. I'm back. I'm better than ever, and I'm coming back. But I have to be a little bit more wiser. Um, as you see what happened to Dan Bongino the other day, they permanently suspended his channel. So they told me they were supposed to be gone for 2 weeks, but then they made it a whole month in 3 days, which made no sense. But they finally released the whole. So it is what it is. And Darius, as I was on Gavin's show last night, and you said that hey man, they don't like the truth getting out. They really don't. So it's okay. I'm not mad. I mean, every knock is a boot for me, and that's what we have to keep doing. So I'm not hating it. It's just that I mean, I've seen people say worse. Um, yeah, they can't. Um, but people say it worse, and I think that it was very overkill. And then when you try to appeal, they don't let you do it. They always say, "Oh, no, it's okay. It's not. It's not it." But I got some interesting guests coming on, Frank Nitty and Shaq tonight, and possibly anybody else who wants to grace me with their presence. So let me bring him on. What's up, man?
What up? What up, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Word, loud and
Love to
clear.
see you. Love to see your face on the camera, but I ain't seen you in a while, man. You know what I'm saying? They've been keeping me MIA.
Man, I know they did you dirty, man.
Yeah, they did me dirty. That's what Darius from Atlanta saying. They don't like them truth bombs I've been putting out there.
Yeah, man, crazy,
But we a
crazy,
little
man.
bit, we back. We just gonna be a little bit more uh, figured out. I got what's that girl? What's that woman name? Vicky Dilla or whatever her name is. A couple other people. Just have to be a little bit more uh, sophisticated, I guess. Learn the terminology. This is a fair use reporting of the Act of 1976. This is a disclaimer. I am not a doctor. Oh yeah, I got to be stealthy like the new stealth. They call it
You
the new
know,
stealth bird, huh? The BA2,
you
huh?
know.
Yeah, that's right, the BA2. Hmm.
Sound like a drink, man.
Yeah, but also that monkey outbreak out there, that movie Outbreak. Watch the movie Outbreak, and you'll understand. That's where that thing with the monkeys in Pennsylvania come from. Watch the movie Outbreak. And with the one
Hmm.
the monkeys being euthanized and all that. That if you look at that and analyze it, um, that's how it goes. So that's all you have to do is look at the movie Outbreak, and you'll find out. Except that it was in California in the movie, and this was in Pennsylvania. The woman gets ill, and then she, she goes off and stuff like that. And they say the woman got ill from outbreak of a monkey,
Hmm.
whatever.
Hmm.
Who knows?
Hmm.
Um, so it is what it is. But nevertheless, I'm back, and I'm glad to be back with Frank Nitty. So what's going on, Frank?
Shit, just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling with the homie Mel over here. Just chilling, man. Vibing out, man. Trying to see what's good with you too, man. And just hit you with a little bit of this knowledge too, man. You know what I'm saying? Elaborate on what you're talking about, as well. elaborate on the topics that you're talking about, man, because I know you talk about some good stuff, man. So never let it go.
Well, I got a few topics to talk about tonight. One, they coming for the babies, medically and educationally.
Mm.
But it's mighty funny. I'm going to bring up something about medical. I was at the doctor last Sunday. When it came up, male, female, I do not wish to identify or non-binary. And I put male, of course, but if I would have put I do not wish to identify, I would have said, can't you tell I'm a goddamn man when I get in the office? What you want me to call you? I'm a damn man. What you thinking? Now, I think YouTube blocking me because they say I got 0 people watching, but Darius from Atlanta is still putting in stuff. He's still putting in comments. So ain't no way I got nobody watching. And he putting in comments. So I don't know what the hell that's about. But nevertheless, they could be shadow banning. They don't like me too much anyway, right? But it is what it is. Frank, we gotta talk about the Supreme Court psyops and more. So
you talk about the Joe Biden pick, the little.
Well, it's 3 nominees. Now let me get this straight. Now listen to the word nominee.
Right.
Nominee means I nominate you. You get nominated for BET Award. That just means I picked you out of a group of how many?
And you might not even get picked, though.
Yeah, that's what a nominee is. Nominee does not mean that you got the position. It just means I consider you. That's all it means.
Exactly right.
And it's for us to get happy and say, "Ooh, we got a woman on the Supreme Court." Yes. We're moving on up on the east side.
Like it benefits them, right? They want to live vicariously through that woman that gets picked. They want to live through her.
Well, one of them is black and Jewish. She has a Jewish father. The other one is swirling, and the other one, I think all of them got some swirl, and they got a little swirl in them.
Yeah, and she let a skinhead out. One of them let the white inferiorist. That's what I'm gonna call it. Because that's what it is.
Black girl magic.
One of them, the one that Jewish one, the one that's white and Jewish, she let him out of jail, and he was a killer, and he killed 2 people, and she still let him out of jail. So that just goes to show that who these people are picking and what kind of bidding they're doing. You know what I mean? We just got to really be critical and keep our eyes on the prize. But see, this doesn't go to people that look like me and you, that think like me and you. This goes to people that are just, you know what I'm saying, that look like me and you, but don't think like me and you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Exactly right, sir.
So that's how that goes. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just like a Kamala Harris kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Black girl magic. But see, the thing is, this lady's a white and Jewish lady, and then her dad is a prominent dude. So basically, that right there, we're just gonna X all that out. You're already privileged. You see what I'm saying? Period. So I kind of like looked at it as that's kind of like Masonic ties, like that's blood tie. That's like oath. That's like kind of like traditional. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is right there. So I really don't see. I mean, but a lot of people, like you seen what I said on Facebook earlier. A lot of people, they could love it. You know what I'm saying? They could, love to be wrapped in the symbolism, man. But is it going to get us anywhere? That's the question, man. Is it how's it going to be looking for us, man? How's it going to be looking for our base, man? That's the question, man. That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? But they can live to them all they want, man. But they're gonna still see where they live and where their kids and where the kids live. It's gonna be in shambles like it is now. Mm-hmm. These Democrat-ran cities are the worst, man. They're talking about gun crimes and stuff like that. That's just basically something saying that they're gonna take away guns. These people kind of they kind of throw their hints before they. You know what I mean? Before they actually move into to do what they want to do and moving on to their agenda. But it's funny. It's these Democrat cities, man. And they're talking about crime and stuff like that. But they're really talking about it because there's so-called police officers in these towns got killed, right? So that's the only thing. to a call of action you're going to do, or a time you're going to really come for a call of action, is when police officers get killed. So I mean, we got to watch who we vote for, man. They was happy that Eric Adams is in. Now he's in. That guy is, he worse than Giuliani. So it is what it is.
Eric Adams doing the bidding. Eric Adams doing the bidding for the Jews, brother.
Oh yeah, right.
Big time.
Exactly.
Yeah, he doing bidding for them.
I think he's working with Bloomberg, man. So that's another thing too.
You know what? He's an interesting case too, because he gets his salary. He got his first check in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or something. I just happened to realize that. So yeah, he's an interesting case. Eric Adams, he's an interesting case, bro. Just point that out there. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm listening.
Yeah, he's an interesting case. But yeah, then they had the cops get shot in Houston, Texas, and stuff like that. So it is what it is. But nevertheless, that's how it goes. I'm not sure why. It is what it is. That's how it goes. So we have to just keep our eyes open, man. A lot of things are going down. They're coming down the pipe fast. I would just say keep your head on the swivel. So, but let me ask you a question, Frank, about this Supreme Court thing. What's your real thoughts on it? What you think? What's your real thoughts on it?
They're gonna vote. They go any kind of liberal vote or any kind of Democratic vote that's already gonna be towards the jab. That's gonna be that's how you gotta look at it like that from that angle. That's gonna be pro jab. It's gonna be you gotta watch out for that. You gotta watch out for that, man. I'm telling you, man. That's how I look at it. That's just pro. You already know it is pro, man. And that's
I looked at one of them. Some of these judges were appointed, and Obama put these judges on the bench as circuit court and federal judges. So you think about that. Well, if you think about Obama, then you know who put him in. So you ain't winning on that acclaim, brother.
Nope. Nope. Not on any level, man. You ain't on any level, man. But like you saying, man, a lot of them are with white men, and a lot of them are, you know what I mean? Some of them are like four or five of them, they don't even got men at all. So a lot of those women that he's appointing, man, it's just all a psyop, man. It's all symbolism. Them women aren't really ruling into the favor of any kind of nuclear family, any kind of black family or so-called
4 to 7 judges got zaddies.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a good look, dude. But see, that goes to show that they'll do the bidding of, like I said, they'll do the bidding of who they want to do the bidding or why. They're not really for the nuclear family.
Think about this, though. Why you gonna nominate a black woman? Why can't you nominate a black man?
See, that's division right there. That's what I was thinking the other day. That's a good point.
Division. I guess they're saying they already got a black man on the Supreme Court.
But that's division and look how they did with him. It was a scandal. They brought him out through a scandal, Clarence Thomas. You see what I'm saying? That's how we found out about him, through a sex scandal. So it's just, and then look, Brett Kavanaugh, he was a justice and he had a similar scandal. That's how they introduced him. This is all charades, man. It's all bullshit. You notice that? That's how they introduced 2 of those Supreme Court justices was through sex scandals. That's how people are aware of them. So what does that tell you? It's all like, I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff is so, man, where's the script? That's what I want to, that's the question I'm asking, You know what I'm saying? Who wrote the mug,
Well, I can tell you who writing the script, but I can't fix it for you.
Man. But it's just, I mean, hey, I'm not surprised, but see, this is going to win a lot of so-called black women. They're going to jump right on, and men too, certain ones, they're going to jump on it. They're going to jump right on this too, And we got to look at it like this, and remember the primaries are coming up, right? So this is right here is just a strategy, for the primaries, man. That's all it is, man. You see what I'm saying? Joe Biden, he think he's slick, but I mean, to be honest with you, and this is going for the older crowd, you know what I mean? the 60s and 70s and up crowd, you know what I mean, of people that look like me and you. This is gonna hit them right there and hit them with the symbolism and hit them with their emotions, you know, in their emotions, and really gonna make them think that there's some kind of victory that they want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Just like voter rights. Ooh, voter rights. Ooh, that voter rights is all a game. That's all a game.
They've been talking about that a lot too lately. You actually had a woman actually named Tiffany Cross I think it was on one of them shows, say that it is so important to get you a weapon and go to the polls for voting rights. Said, oh,
so what is she trying to say? You know what I mean? And see, they want to see when them Democrats and liberals, they endorse any kind of violence or any kind of something weird that involves their little cause. Nobody says nothing about it. But let that have been somebody, you know, even though, you know, I don't do Democrat or Republican, but let that have been, you know what I'm saying, a Republican or a conservative that says something like that. Have been a story. See, that's why I don't like the little twist in this mainstream media, man. You got to really
Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You got to really be careful.
Oh, Frank, I mean, let me see if I can pull it up for you, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy though, man. I mean, the crazy thing about it is like we're, you know, what does that have to do with race? Somebody being able to eat and drink in a line, in a voting line. I don't understand what has anything to do with somebody's so-called race. Like, that's weird to me, man. And that's just reaching right there. That's like that word reaching. That's exactly what that is. That's reaching. It's like, well, see, we fall for it. I mean, if your intelligence level is that short and that low, dude, to fall for something like that, that's on you. You know, it's like that. You know, you got to holler at the city council. They're the ones that that have something to do in the city legislature. You know what I mean? And, you know, the municipalities and all that city, they got the mayor's office and they have something to do with how you vote in the damn city or the town. Not what do you have? What is your race, your color of your so-called skin? What does that have to do with how, you know, how they treat you at the voting? That's insane. We're insane, man.
MSNBC host Tiffany Cross urged fellow progressives to.
Okay, let me see if I can pull this up for you. Okay.
Yeah.
What I gotta say, Frank, this is for Fair Use Act or something like that.
1976. You know,
this is for Fair Use Act of 1976.
Commentary purposes only.
Gotcha. Had to make sure I got it right.
You got to watch it. You already know how it is, man.
Yeah, had to make sure I get it right. Okay. Put the damn screen in.
You're doing good. You just gotta I think at the right on the left hand side of the screen, you gotta make it bigger. Okay.
Hold on, bro. Hey, man, I've been out of the game for a minute, man.
You can play like that. It doesn't have to be super big. You can still see it. You can play like that if you want.
To pick up a weapon and get involved in the war for the survival of the country on Saturday.
Okay,
Cross was discussing Trump election fear, and Pratt State Representative Jasmine Crockett was running for Congress in Texas. During Saturday's edition of MSNBC's The Cross Connect, when the duo speculated about how to fend off Republicans who object to future results. How do we as a country protect this democracy when these folks don't like the outcome of the next election? And Jasmine, you know, you're running for Congress in Texas where this is a problem. Where they have partisan poll watchers, an open carry state. It's a very fragile situation that we're in right now, Cross said. What's your message to the people that you're running to represent? And what's your message to our viewers today? Crockett responded that the role that black women play in democracy isn't talked about enough by the media. But she will fight for them in the ongoing war against people who oppose liberal viewpoints. So there's a bigger story that I think is brewing, and that is that black women have consistently fought for our democracy on every single level, Crockett said. And I think that black women will continue to fight for our democracy. And that's exactly what I plan to do. I don't plan to give up. I know that I wouldn't be here but for those that fought before me, so I'm going to continue this fight. We can't let up. If we say we've been defeated, then they have won. This is a war. This isn't a battle, and we absolutely will win this war. MSNBC's The Cross Connection namesake host agreed that it's a war, and took the analogy a step further. It is indeed a war, and I have to say, they have won some battles, Jasmine, but we have to keep our eye on the war. And everybody needs to pick up a weapon and get involved because this is for the safety and lasting of the country, Cross said. She appeared to be speaking metaphorically, but the language was still striking given the ongoing media conversation about charged rhetoric in politics and the press. Cross, who has emerged as one of MSNBC's most liberal voices, also recently blasted Republican members of Congress as white supremacists.
What do you think about that, man?
What is can anybody describe to me what a Democrat is? What is that? I don't know what that is. That's a demon. You know what I'm saying? That's a demon. That's what that is. You feel what I'm saying? What is a Democrat? You feel what I'm saying? There's no such thing as a Democrat. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Chaq?
That's majority rule.
What's up,
Shaq, what
Chaq?
up? That's majority rule. What's the other one? Mob rule. Shaq, what up? What up?
What the word is, Playboy? Just the word is.
How you
Back
been,
in the
man?
building, huh?
Yeah, we trying to build on some, you know, build a mansion, you know what I mean, out this motherfucker right now, man. But yeah, man, there's no such thing as democracy, man. So people need to stop saying that. You know, you sound crazy. It don't matter if you look like me and you can still admit and say there is no such thing as democracy. We don't gotta, you know, see, we subconsciously, even though if we're on some like, you know, intelligence tip, we subconsciously, I notice we still go back to that, you know, oh, well, like politically corrupt kind of terminology. Nah, man, we're not, you know, a couple of things, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely not Democrats, man. So we need to get that out of our vocabulary, man, because that's not us. You know what I mean? We got to get back to that republic, man. You know, not no democracy, man. That's crazy. You know?
Democracy, that's mob rule, ain't it?
Yeah, man, you know? Exactly, man. So people need to really see and analyze, man, you know, and just because, you know, we might not have similar viewpoints, anybody, you know, whatever so-called black people, we need to still, you know, listen and hear cats out because they, you know what I'm saying? Just because I don't have a similar viewpoint to somebody else doesn't mean that I'm not spitting no knowledge or I'm not saying nothing that's true. It's not about what you believe or your beliefs. It's about truth. You see what I'm saying? And facts. That's what it's about. Stuff that could damn near be undisputed. That's what it's about. It's not about what anybody believes. So all of us got to get up out of our so-called black people, get up out, you know, the pride and all that, man, because there's too much pride and all that that's having us think and having us, you know, in that kind of thinking, man. And you see what I'm saying? That's real because cats is really on here spitting knowledge, man. And, you know, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, may not, you know, we don't get as much views and all that and people support as we should, but I mean, that just goes to show how we are as a people. You see what I'm saying? We're not a nation here, and it's obvious that we're not a nation.
Fauci portrait to hang in Smithsonian soon.
And that dude's not even a doctor. He's you know, with the thing with the AZT back in the day and all that you know, controversy and stuff like that in the 80s with the AIDS stuff, man. I'm surprised this dude, you know, still around, man. He's not in no jail cell, but the thing is, you know, that dude, he gets paid like what, almost $500,000. I never knew no doctor that got paid that much. So you know, I mean, this dude is crazy, man. This dude he's a fraud, man. He's getting paid a lot of money for different reasons. He's definitely carrying out stuff for the elite, you know. And he keeps going back. Everything, you know, you can retract things he said from now to back to a year ago to 2 years ago. Everything he said, you can retract it.
All right, I got another video I'm going to play. This is for fair use. Reported Act 1976 for education purposes only. Just had to put that back out there. I got to let y'all hear this interview. How they wording this thing. And I'm gonna get y'all commentary on it in a minute, okay?
Why doesn't every home in the U.S. have solar panels? The number one reason is not about sunlight, weather, or even politics. It's actually just because we don't know that solar is available for no cost at install if you qualify. People just assume they have to pay thousands of dollars to buy the panels and thousands more to get technicians to install them. But the truth is,
well, Joseph Ladapo is one step closer to being confirmed as Florida's Surgeon General. Today, state Republican lawmakers on a health policy committee voted to recommend the doctor for the position. That came after Democrats walked out of the hearing in protest. The Democrats grew frustrated with Ladapo for his unclear responses, didn't directly answer questions about his background and the state's response to the pandemic. Our next guest, Democratic Florida State Senator Lauren Book, questioned Dr. Ladapo several times if vaccines worked against coronavirus as he skated around the question.
Listen.
The question is a scientific one, and it's one that is answered with data.
Just a yes or no. Do vaccines work?
As a scientist, you know, I am compelled to answer the scientific question.
Scientifically, do the vaccines work?
Yes or no questions are not that easy to find in science. So I understand. I think I have better clarity about your question at this point. So what I would say is that the most commonly used vaccines in the United States, which would be the Pfizer product and the product that was developed by Moderna, have been shown to have relatively high effectiveness for the prevention of hospitalization and death, and over time, relatively low protection from infection.
Florida State Senate Democratic leader Lauren Book joins us now. It's fascinating to watch that. Thanks for joining us. The last exchange lasted more than 3 minutes. You asked the doctor if he believed vaccines work and are effective 5 times. How concerning is that to you?
Thank you so much for having me. It is terrifying that we are in a place and in a state where this is the top doctor in the 3rd largest state in the country, or hopes to be once confirmed. That's why my colleagues and I came today prepared to ask questions of the doctor. This is a man who calls mask wearing an extreme measure, who stood frontline with America's frontline doctors to talk about and condemn common sense safety measures related to COVID-19. He could not answer any question straightly or squarely, whether it was related to vaccines, mask wearing, or whether or not he regretted really putting our colleague, Senator Polsky's health and safety at risk by not wearing a mask as she was a cancer patient undergoing cancer treatments. The list really does go on and on. He came prepared and he simply was not having it and not answering any of the questions. And so we decided that we had other business to attend to on our agenda and did not want to continue to listen to the nonsensical niceties that he was choosing to spew forward instead of answering squarely questions that Floridians deserve to have answers to.
Is it clear to you why Governor DeSantis put this particular doctor in that job, other than he was known for voicing skepticism about vaccines and other COVID precautions?
I think the really dangerous thing is that the governor has put this individual in place as a political measure, as a mouthpiece, and that is not what this should be. At the end of the day, again, this is the top doctor in the 3rd largest state of the country. He has a responsibility to care for 21 million Floridians and their health, safety, and well-being. This should not be a political position. This is somebody who should ensure that we're making sound, smart, data-driven decisions to keep Floridians safe. And that's not what this individual has done. He's falsely claimed to have treated COVID-19 patients when he was at UCLA. That never happened. The list goes on and on and on. And at the end of the day, we asked more questions than just about the COVID-19 pandemic. We asked about other outbreaks that the state has had. We talked about other issues related to HIV, minority communities. Again, got a lot of niceties, a lot of verbal jujitsu, and got no real answers to the questions that we were posing. And quite frankly, it was beneath the dignity of the Florida Senate. He was making a mockery of what we were doing and there to do. And that's why we decided to walk out on that vote, because at the end of the day, we had a lot of work to do and wanted to get to those issues that were in front of us.
He was also pretending that his answer is a scientific answer to that question, but I mean, his final, the way he phrased the answer that we just played there, he chose to focus on the most negative aspects, which is that, in his, I'm paraphrasing him, that long term, the vaccines did not show over a certain period of time effectiveness, which is certainly true. Over a long enough period of time, the vaccines are not as effective. But phrasing it that way is a very strange way to phrase it, when in fact, the most direct answer is the vaccines are very effective, and the booster shows great efficacy as well, as opposed to, well, just over an undisclosed long period of time, they're not.
Absolutely, Anderson, you are 100% correct. Again, to the point that this has become a political mouthpiece for the governor, an extremely dangerous measure for Floridians. 21 million Floridians deserve more than a mouthpiece for the governor, than talking sound bites that sound good and suit a narrative. At the end of the day, we know that vaccines work. At the end of the day, we know that mask wearing works and prevents the spread of COVID-19. These are not very difficult to understand, and the top doctor in the state of Florida should be able to answer very simple yes or no questions when it comes to the health, safety, and well-being of Floridians across the state. Again, somebody who wanted to continue to spew falsities and niceties isn't going to get the job done.
Yeah, little Lauren did a book. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Hey, who was that chick?
Oh boy.
Who was that chick, Bernard?
Huh?
Who was that talking?
Well, daggone Darius said that's the chick who had some news leaked by one of her exes. But that chick is a Democrat that's in the Florida House of Representatives or whatever, and so they
obviously,
it's political. They were confirming this guy to be the Surgeon General or whatever, and she was one of the people that walked out of the meeting because they didn't agree with his policies on mask wearing and other things. So that's what happened with that.
So you mean to tell me he disagreed with wearing masks and she decided to walk out because he didn't agree with the mask wearing? Is that what you're saying?
They didn't agree with him being confirmed.
What you mean confirmed as a doctor or Surgeon General? What?
Yeah, Surgeon General. Yeah.
So they questioned his credentials. That's basically what she was saying.
They questioned his credentials, but it's just a political thing. They one side walk out, the other side. It's politics, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's not politics.
It's all politics. Hold on. For number one, if you got a politician telling you that the other side is about politics, they all are politicians, baby girl. Slow your roll. I said, aren't you a politician? Ain't you a politician? It's all about politics.
That's why she said stop making it political. We're about saving lives.
It's political. Everything is political in this country. What the fuck? That's hilarious, Bernard.
You know what? Well, that's why I showed you the interview. It is hilarious because it shows how much of a jackass people is.
Don't make it political. But everything is political. Everything is publicized. This was a publicized conference or meeting. It's political. Hilarious, man. They hilarious, man. It's hilarious.
It's like a clown show, man. They clown themselves every day. What do you say, Frank? It's a clown show, right? Frank's still on. He might leave.
Oh, my bad. Okay, what happened now? No, would you just ask?
Just watching a clown show.
No, I was listening to y'all, but what did you just say right now?
I'm doing that video I just showed. That was a clown show, right?
That girl, she's funny looking kind of. My bad, but no, I just think, man, like, I agree with both of y'all, man. How you gonna talk about making it political, man? And when that shit, the other side is making it political. You blame the other side for making it political, but you're political. It's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's political because this guy's a Republican conservative, whatever, and you don't agree on his stance on the, you know what I'm saying, on the whatever, on the mask or the mandates, whatever. Just like your stance is different on it. So it's just, you see what I'm saying? It's two different reasons why you're debating with this guy, why you're having a little rebuttal with this guy. You see what I'm saying? Because his political party and his stance on the mandates, man. So this is all BS, man. And and they walking out and being in their emotions, just a stage, a sideshow, man, just to get people riled up, man, because people are already in their feelings and emotions over this stuff anyway. Because then they'll say, oh, people are, getting whatever because of you and me, and you're the one that's giving it to this and that because you're not, or you need to be tolerant and you need to be, you know what I'm saying? You need to do your part. People be saying like, wow, dude, do my part in what? You see what I'm saying? That's what they say to the unjabbed. You're not doing your part. You need to be responsible. Like, wow.
Invisible man. We call it invisible man, Frank. That's the new term now. The invisible man.
Got you.
Hey, but
invisible venom.
Frank.
Invisible venom.
Hey, repeat this, Joe. I would have. Now she think that's a good display of disagreeing, right? Now, if she think that's fair to do that, to walk out like that, as of a teachable moment, so would it be fair for children, right? For kids that's in school that disagree with what the teacher is saying, right? To walk out? To disagree with the principal is saying, to walk out the school? Can they just walk out? Can kids just walk out?
Right. That's a good question.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking because I'm just asking though. Just because you disagree with the person and you feel like they may, whatever, that their views are not the same views as you or yours, you just walk out. Like a 3-year-old.
Man.
But these are the people that want to be leaders, though. These are people who want to be in the front. These are people that want to be in the media. They want to be at the top. You know what I mean? Spokesmen and all this stuff. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it, because this is going to start and end a lot of people's political careers over this whole, pandemic, all this whole, thing going on, period. This is going to make or break a lot of people's career, man, in the journalism, supposedly world of journalism. You see what I'm saying? When it's all proper, it should be called world of propaganda, right?
Right.
Man.
Ain't no journalism no more, man. It's no journalism no more. Like you said, man. It's no journalism. It's all biased rhetoric.
Man, but you're right. She stormed off, man, and that's what the thing to do, and they that's them Democrats, pushing that kind of behavior, man, be unruly, you know what I'm saying? When something, when a George Floyd situation happened, man, tear it up, tear everything down. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, have agent provocateurs help you do it too. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's very true. Shaq, you had a situation you wanted to talk about what was the situation you want to talk to me about, Shaq?
Well, it was a case. It was road rage. They framed the road rage killing. It was an incident that happened in was it Milwaukee, Wisconsin, back in 2021 or 2020? Did you see? Did you have you seen that case, Frank?
I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up right now. I remember you sent it to me. I'm bringing it up right now.
Yeah, but it was a black man. I think he was like 31 years old. You know what I'm saying? In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and he went out for this is how they framed it. He went out for it was supposed to be father-daughter day night or whatever. He went out at night riding his bike. He went to go get sushi for his daughter, whatever. He stopped at the restaurant. Okay, so he was gonna go to the next restaurant and get some ice cream or something. And he said that these driver, which was it was a black woman, I think, and a white man. They was driving a vehicle. He said that they swerved and hit him. Hit him on his bicycle. He was riding. Kind of threw him up against the hood of a car, and And the dude, he said somebody yelled out, the guy that yelled out the car, a racial slur, telling him get the if out, off the street, you effing nigger or something. And they drove off and went to the next light. So he was able to gather himself and ride up next to him on the sidewalk, which I wouldn't have done, and had words with the guy on the side, on the passenger side, which was the lady's husband. And I don't know what they said about they had words. So the guy on the bike, which is the black guy, ended up punching the white guy in the car, right? And then drove off. So the white guy tried to get out, and the guy had drove off on the bike, rode off on his bike and, bent the corner. So once he got back, once he closed his car door, she drove off and hit the corner. As you see all this on video camera, they got video of this. Drove off, she bent the corner to go after him, go chase after him. Right? So they go chase after him, whatever. You see on the video camera, on the surveillance cameras and all that they almost hit him. So he almost get hit by them again. He gets up on the sidewalk and he, like I said, I guess he get ready to go down these steps to try to, get away with them. The guy gets out. The white guy, he stopped and they gets out and he kind of cornered because I guess he wasn't able to make it down the steps all the way. So now the guy's screaming and rushing at him, telling me, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So before you know it, and all this happening within seconds, before you know it, the white guy ended up getting shot in the head by the black guy. The black guy ended up having a firearm on him, and he ended up shooting him in the head. So when I started to look back into the case, this incident happened that night. The black guy, which is his name is Theodore Edgecombe, he ended up he left. You know what I'm saying? He left the situation. Now the thing in the case is he went on basically he didn't turn himself in for 6 months. So basically they was looking for him or whoever. So they was calling him whatever the name of the street murder. Now the white guy ended up turning out being a attorney. He's an immigration attorney. Wow. This white guy was an immigration. He was I guess known attorney in that area, but he was an immigration attorney. Now, peep the game though. Go back a little bit. They had just came from drinking. The reason why him and his wife just came from drinking because they guess they live in the area or they went to the bar or some shit to go for drinks. But let's fast forward back to the shooting. So once everything, the police and stuff get there, whatever. Now she had some strange behavior because me looking at the trial, right? I looked at the trial and see her testimony. He asked her questions and stuff. And a couple of people on the scene seen pretty much everything from the punch up into the shooting. They didn't see the incident happen before. With they had the first incident with the supposedly them hitting him or swerving out the way, hitting him or whatever. But after he got shot, she went. This is the strange behavior she did. She got out the car, right? Peep this. She got out the car and didn't, like I say, check his pulse and try to get, see if he was still alive or anything. She goes directly and go in his pockets, right? His back pocket and pull out his wallet. This is what she says she did. But the cameras and all that, and witnesses say that she just went over the pool and rushed and went back in the car. Didn't call the ambulance, didn't call the police or nothing. She gonna ask the other bystanders, did they call 911? So she didn't even call 911 for her own husband getting shot in front of her. That they didn't chase this guy, whatever. Which was strange. So let's fast forward. So the jury, I think it was 12, it was 12 jurors. I think majority of the jurors were black females. Now let's fast forward to the verdict. He ended up getting guilty. He ended up being charged being guilty. They came back with a guilty verdict. I think he got charged with, and the charge was reckless homicide, first degree, with reckless homicide in the first degree. But everybody that was covering it, even lawyers and stuff was covering it, they just know that there's with the evidence that they provided, that the defense provided, that this was a clear-cut self-defense case. You know what I mean? Now this happened in Milwaukee, Wisconsin too. So I was trying to see, like, if anybody was going to really talk about it. So it wasn't no really mainstream news. This case wasn't no mainstream news. I was watching on Court TV because time to time I go to Court TV and check out what the cases they got going on. So I just want to see if everybody watched at least checked it out or try to go back and check it to see, because it's just strange that we just came off the Rittenhouse case where pretty
Ooh.
much certain events in that case similar, like they mirror a little bit. For the self defense, you know what I mean. Rittenhouse was getting chased, right? He had a firearm, and they both illegally had the firearm because the firearm he had was his fiance's firearm. It wasn't in his name; it was in her name or whatever. So I was like, wow. But whenever y'all get a chance, I mean, you can go back and look at the case and see and just, get more details in it. But I just pretty much summed up from what I was watching and looking at. But we were saying all along how when the shoe is on the foot, it's going to be a bad outcome.
It's going to be a bad outcome, dude. Ooh, hey,
but peep this, though.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of jurors were black females, though. Ain't that something?
I'm not surprised, dude. I'm not surprised. I mean, I love my sisters and everything. Don't get me wrong, dude. But dude, I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised. We already know Kamala. Let's just say Kamala Harris, dude. 2 words, Kamala Harris. No, but Kamala Harris, though, she was locking blood brothers up out here in California, boy. That's no lie. Come on now, we got to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? And look how they always want to appoint a black, so-called black woman, police commissioner or mayor or something like that, because they know that they're, or DA or something like that, because they know they're willing to do their bidding with a smile. You feel me? Okay, if it involves locking one of us up, hey, it's all good. As long as they get up there, like the Mortal Kombat board do in Mortal Kombat, is the higher you get, you know what I'm saying? You fight the master, right? It's like, yo, I'm telling you, these people, they're dealing with some higher up. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is, dude. The links, the Easter stars, you know what I'm saying? The AKAs. That's what Kamala Harris was, right? That's not a coincidence that she was in one of them fraternities. Now it gets deeper than that. It gets deeper than rap.
That's right.
Well, it's definitely an example, like you said, of how us as black men are being viewed by sometimes our own people. Sometimes the people that look like us. Sometimes we are viewed, like I said, as the criminal or as the suspect. You know what I'm saying? Even when sometimes we got trying to defend ourselves and protect ourselves, we still looked at, for the most part. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, damn, we can't defend ourselves. So I mean, you know what I mean?
Oh man,
how are we supposed to move out here if we can't defend ourselves? If we can't, like you said, defend ourselves like everybody else supposed to have a right to. What you guys think?
It's crazy. You're right. It's the same. And then look, so we can't defend ourselves, and then our accountability level has to be at the highest, because we got to be accountable for everything we do. Other groups don't, and then our women a lot of times don't. But we, as so-called black men, got to be accountable for everything you do. We're judged by everybody, society. You know what I'm saying? Each other, the women. You see what I'm saying? Dude, we got it really bad, like Usher said, man. You know what I mean? And somebody said Boule links in the secret societies in the chat. Exactly, Darius. Because that's all that is, man. Exactly. You know exactly who I was talking about, man. The Boule, man. That means, you know what I'm saying? The advisor to the king. Who do you think they talking about with who the king is? You know what I mean? And who do you think the advisor is? It's like, I'm telling you, man, that right there. I mean, and Cass was talking about King was a 33rd degree Mason. Come on now. Come on now. He's talking about he went to the mountaintop. I think that's some Masonic talk right there. Mountaintop. You see what I'm saying?
Mountaintop, huh?
Man, dude. See, these people tell you, and I'm not surprised, because people that who wrote his speeches, a dude named Stanley Levitz, a Jewish dude, a communist, right? You see how that works? A Khazar, you know what I'm saying? The people really from that Russian, region of the world, right? And it's a coincidence how that region of the world was USSR, one of the biggest, you see what I'm saying, communist, strongholds ever, right? And how those people come from that region. So it's not a coincidence that's the same people.
Hey, but wouldn't that be white on white crime? I mean, cause see, now don't get me wrong, I do not agree with so-called black on black crime. I do not agree with it, first of all. But the narrative that they spin, you pretty much kill where you. Okay, peep this. Who you think majority? Who you think is killing Asian people? Who you think is Chinese? When it's Chinese crime, who is crime against? For the most part.
Asians on Asians.
Yep. Hey,
Okay, Chinese get Chinese. Okay, Russians getting Russian for the most part. Europeans get Europeans for the most part. Mexican gets Mexican for the most part. Those are for the most part. Everybody killed pretty much. Have crimes pretty much against your own race of people, of ethnic group or whatever. Pretty much. So what's this narrative with this black on black? Like I said, I don't agree with it. I think we should call a truce just to prove people wrong, to see, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because like you said, they ain't stopped killing white women. White men ain't stopped killing white women. You see that in the news all the time. They even got the unsolved mysteries. Who are unsolved mysteries? You know what I mean? But hey, if you let them spin the narrative, man, I think we need to start changing the narrative, man, because I think we led into it. Even with this,
Let me read this comment.
I'm all over the board.
Let me read this comment. Black and white crime, black on black crime is propaganda. It's called crime by proximity. Ain't no black on. It's a false narrative.
Yeah, well,
okay.
That must be an educator. That somebody must have went to college. Where I didn't go to college, so that was more.
Let me bring this up though. I got some things I need to bring up right here. So earlier today, Biden goes to Pennsylvania. How about last night? The bridge in Pennsylvania collapsed, I think injuring or killing 10 people. And he used that to talk about his infrastructure plan. Now I'm like, mighty funny the day you come to Pennsylvania, the bridge collapsed, right? And you still came and did your speech. Talk about infrastructure. Sound like a psyop to me, or sound like it ain't no divine intervention, baby. I'm just telling you that this was some foul stuff right here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Somebody's made that bridge collapse, man.
I call following the script. No?
Yeah. That's exactly what you call it.
This is like the first time a bridge collapsed in the past like an actual year, though. You know what I'm saying? There's another bridge collapse. Where was the other state? It's not. This be happening. But you're right, though. This sounds really, really scripted, man. We don't be getting it. Man.
In Texas, they're saying an illegal immigrant killed a cop.
But y'all notice how they've been having all these cop shooting stories lately from all these different states? It's like that's kind of cool. What a coincidence that all these cops.
Let me bring up another thing.
They're gearing up, Frank.
That's gonna be the
migrants. They're bringing in these migrants, and they're going to put them in positions of what's the word I'm looking for? Authoritarian positions. Put it like that.
Okay, let me bring this up. You saw the brother Kwame Brown got on Dwayne Wade's son for wearing a dress with purple and gold. It depicted Lakers colors in commemoration of Kobe Bryant's death. What do you think about that?
I'll let you go for it, Frank.
I mean, I just think that there could be some. I don't know, man. You talking about? I just think it could be specific. I don't know about that, man.
Dwayne Wade, daggone son, wearing a dress to commemorate Kobe Bryant's death is below the belt. But
yeah, I mean that's not no respect. You know what I mean? I don't see how. But I mean, that's just some new wave.
Charlemagne the God misses Donald Trump.
That's some new wave ish, man, and then they try to talk about Charlemagne the God, talking about buyer's remorse and all that. See, this is not no trend here. We talking about when we talk about politics, we got to talk about quick.
Let me tell you something about Charlemagne on that dude.
About no bullshit.
Let me tell you something about Charlemagne on that. That was so funny he said that, dude, because he's saying we need a boogeyman. He said, daggone Trump was raw. He said we ain't got no boogeyman now.
He just told you how it is, how the scripts go. But Bin Laden was the last boogeyman. Wasn't Bin Laden the last boogeyman? And then Saddam at one point a boogeyman. That's all he did. Let me do that. Make this person so we can go in and do what we got to do and make the, you know what I'm saying, the false narrative that this person existed. And that's the reason why we did it. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we don't be seeing it, dude. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of us are lost, dude. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't. We're not really pushing the fact, and a lot of us forgot the fact that Joe Biden called our kids roaches, dude. You know, and we voted for him in mass numbers, man. Well, not us, not none of us four right here, or 5 of us right here, but you know what I'm saying? But you know how our people are.
Justice Smollett to be sentenced March 10th for lying to police.
Jesse Smollett. That shit's psyop too, dude.
Now, one of the big things going on in Canada is this big truckers protest that's been going on, this mandate protest. But you had a big protest of 33,000 to 50,000 people also in Washington, D.C. last Sunday. I actually had thought about even going. But yeah, you had a big protest last week too. So things are happening, and ain't no way to stop this train, baby. This thing coming like a bat out of hell. Especially after the Supreme Court struck down the map. Starbucks, Nike. I didn't even shop at Nike. When I found out Nike was enforcing mandates, I said, I won't get my shoes at Nike. I get them somewhere else.
Right.
So that's what you got to do. You had a mandate. No, you ain't got to worry about trying to apologize and lift them. We boycott you.
That's how you got to do it. Yeah. That's how you. But see, that's the thing, man. You know, we got to really you know what I'm saying? We got to really.
But I haven't been to Starbucks anyway.
Realize, you know, when it comes down to stuff like that, you know, your so-called money does matter, man. When you put it all together, dude. When you stop, you know, giving it to people every one time a year, you know, for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, then you maybe could come up with a couple of trillion.
You know,
build some kind of infrastructure.
I don't think about that. That Darius, this is kind of interesting. He said the trucker rally is controlled opposition. I do believe it's got some elements in there. I think it could be some things that could go wrong in there as well. But the media is not broadcasting it either. Now, I will say on the flip side, you will have a lot of stores that could be empty in certain places and stuff. A lot of stuff could go wrong with these truckers.
Well, Bernard. Well, with that, somebody was framing them as white nationalists. The truckers that was a protest.
They were framing them as daggone white lancers for sure down there at the Capitol building. I mean, on the mall last week.
Is that not the same script?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, they're talking about this thing down there in Detroit, man. So, I mean, down there in Washington and stuff like that. You even had a group from Texas called Gorilla Mainframe come down in Houston or something. But nevertheless, it's just how it goes. But we have
with the boycott thing though. Let me just this is my POV. This is nobody else's the words that come in my mouth are not the words and reflections of this channel. But with the boycott thing, every other social group has boycotted so-called black economics. Let me say black. I'm gonna say black economics because guess what? You ain't seeing no Asian, another group of people that got going into no so-called black stores like that, participating on a mass scale of no black products, no black stores like that. So they been boycotted us, decided to boycott us out of economics, booted us out of the haircut industry. They booted us out of pretty much everything, boxed us out of the carpentry, boxed us out of the construction with the Irish and all them. They said it, all of them boxed us out heavy. You know what I mean? So we've been boycotted. They only want us to be consumers of their product to promote their economic success. So we've been boycotted, believe it or not, because they don't want. If it was, it would be equal. It would be equal economics for all social groups then. So why don't we? Why does not equal economics on all across the front? Now I'm gonna tell you, this case with this Cardi B and Tasha K, I don't really get into it, but I'm starting. I looked at it, I said, hold on, this has a twist to it, cause number 46, what did he say to those bootlickers in that meeting?
He said
the audio leaked.
He said,
what did he say?
When Hispanics get used to it.
Okay, he said you're going to have to what?
Work with the Hispanic. He should. He really meant work for the Hispanics.
Okay, thank you. So they're getting in position. They're getting in a position to be a class above us, believe it or not. So I just want black women, black men to be aware of these next couple of years, the next 5-6 years of what the scope and scale going to look like. You're going to see more and more situations with Latina and black, so-called black people getting into it. You know what I mean? Because what? The narrative is already, they have already got their marching orders to do what? This shit on black folks.
Oh, okay, right.
They got their marching orders from the high. They got the marching orders from the highest fucking goddamn what's the name? They had an executive branch. Basically,
the guy said Diesel and Sky Hughes, they fuel their trucks up to do an empty trip to Canada. Empty shells are going to get worse in the name of freedom.
Wow. But they pretty much got their marching orders, man. Y'all just pay close attention to what it's going to start looking like. And I think, because remember, Cardi B, didn't she sit down and talk to your boy? Why would he go? Why would he sit down and talk to her? Just ask yourself that question.
Well, look. Why would she sit down and talk to me? I wouldn't even waste my time talking to Cardi B. Except for
me neither. But
I don't even want that.
It's a move. It's a play. That was a play. That was letting they stepped up. Now they stepped all over any black intellects to go talk to her. That just show you. And y'all still voted. Then the man went on, like you said, the Breakfast Club and said what he said. And they still voted for him in Groves.
You want to talk to us? Look here, Shaq. When you talk to us, you talk dumb. When you talk to Hispanics and stuff, you talk smart.
Ooh.
Right. Obviously, that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what they play.
That's some bars right there.
But peep this though. So guess what? So guess who's gonna be going at it? The Latino community, Hispanic community against the so-called black community. And guess who get to sit back and watch the whole thing with popcorn and ice cream, bonbons?
Man.
You know what? Joe Biden told Cardi B that daggone, you remind me of my daughter. I'm like, what?
Damn, so how's your daughter? Was she a freak?
Look at her.
That's wild, man. People
these
little celebrities them subliminals be hardcore, man. You gotta really peep what they be saying, man. Them double talk too that should be off the chain too, man. You really got to catch what these people say, man, because they be talking in code. You feel what I'm saying? You know, these secret societies know talking a certain code, and they search, like they were saying King was spitting that mountaintop. I'm telling you, dude. But guess who's writing my speeches though? Some Jewish cat. You feel me? That's an actual communist, by the way. You know. So
well, you know why that is the same what they got going on in hip hop. I mean, with Hollywood and everything around across the board. The reason why, what they always do, even in hip hop, even what they do, even in just journalism and being a author, playwrights, they always got to get the others. They always want to come in and be the ones who write the script. Or you can have a movie, but we'll write it. Or we assign you with the record label. Are you a great artist, but we want to write your music. We want to bring a writer in to write your music for you. Huh? What? See, it's control. See how the control is? That's control, man. They always want to have a finger in the hand in saying we incompetent to do things on our own when we know we're some of the most smartest people, some of the most intelligent people. We can go back to the Hidden Figures. Did y'all see that movie?
That's that with the astronauts. I didn't see the whole little joint. That's what the black women astronauts or something.
Yeah, it was like four black women.
Be Hidden Figures with Elon Musk daggone trying to insert neurochips in people's brains.
Man, that nigga, man, look here, man. That nigga is a copycat too. All these motherfuckers are copycats, man. They stole the technology. Niggas are copycats. That ain't his shit either. He stole it. That nigga's a fraud too. They stole the technology, man. Them niggas all be stealing shit, man.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just saying.
No, I get you. I'm with you.
And then look at all the stuff that you know that we invented and stuff like that. People don't be talking about that though, man. And they still most of this stuff is still used to this day, man. That cell phone, you know what I'm saying? All that, man. Stoplight, all that. Refrigerator, air conditioner,
Hey, the breakfast lunch program.
Ooh, man, that's crucial right there, dude. I know how your school, educational institutions not even issuing no shit like that. on its own. They got to steal that from the Black Panthers. Like that shit is these schools, man. These motherfuckers all about their money.
Hey,
man.
look, man.
Being greedy.
Hey, look, man. All you gotta do is line up and get you some PPVE food. No telling what's in that crap.
PP. Say it again.
What is that?
PPE. The daggone you know,
Personal protective shit.
No, that's the daggone pandemic food, man.
Man, I feel you.
PPE. What does that stand for, though?
Who cares, man?
Hey,
How long? I think it said PPEV. Okay. Pandemic. Oh, okay.
Pussy.
Oh.
Pandemic pussy entertainment.
We said PPEV though. Would you say PPET? Would you say?
Yeah, but this does remind you of the movie Soleil Green. And actually, thank you, Darius, for reminding me about the movie Soleil Green. That was a 1973 film. And matter of fact, it was talking about dystopia from New York and stuff. Matter of fact, that's where all this stuff going on in New York. You let everything go on in New York and California before everything else happened. Then everything else tries to follow, right?
That's the biggest melting pot. Those are the 2 points. I keep telling y'all, man. Let's go back again. New York, right? Sits on a certain point. The Midwest, Chicago sits on a certain point.
You know what I hate about
California
this thing,
sits on a certain point. It's a triangle, baby. It's a triangle offense, baby.
You know what about New York and California? Those are 2 states that I never really want. Like, I mean, Frank, I come out to Cali because I got a friend of mine live out there. But New York, I got a friend of mine live in New York too. But those are 2 states I really just don't have the wherewithal really to come. I mean, not the wherewithal, but I just don't really care about coming.
I don't blame you.
But they're melting pots, right, Frank? You lived in both of those states, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, actually they are, man. But for other races, ooh.
What?
For other groups, they are. Ooh. See, you know.
Wow.
You see how that is? You see how they did us and shit? They bring these people into our so-called communities just to just replace us, though. Just get us out the way. And then the thing is, so they'll have us owning stuff in our communities. You see what I'm saying? And the biggest places I've seen in my 2 eyes are New York and California that they do that at. You see what I'm saying? It's scandalous, man. They you know, our economics and everything that, you know, and shit like that, and our business and the businesses and then the wealth. That wealth is important, man. We got to realize that wealth, if it's home ownership, whatever it is, that shit is important. Owning, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Owning the business, man. We're last in line for that, and they know that. That's why they're bringing the Koreans. That's why they're bringing all these different people. Look, they just did the voting thing in New York to where they made the immigrants can vote in New York now. They're not playing. They're pushing this a little bit faster than, you know, they're pushing it. They're like, okay, let's push it.
Oh no, they pushing it, Frank. But let's go back to Ice Cube. What did Ice Cube wanted to do?
He was on that wealth tip, huh? He was trying to
Well, Pete, this though. Ice Cube was speaking their language. What is their language? Contracts, terms of conditions. Corporate. That's corporate. That's corporate talk. That's corporation talk.
Dude.
So
we get into
the
law too with that.
So what do you say? We need y'all to sign a contract with Black America. And with everybody went at it. Now everybody in this country right now has to sign a contract. Multiple contracts.
Check this out when you finish, Shaq. I'm gonna throw something at you.
Okay. Well, peep this.
Pizza
ID, travel license.
Pizza delivery man shoots suspect trying to steal his car in Philadelphia. I mean, this is good to know, but you know, I'm just saying, like, what the hell?
Well, you said about
but you see the last couple of months. What I'm trying to say, they keep talking about crime. They ain't talking about all this crime.
Well, I'm just saying we missed the window once again. A moment in time where we could have did something to unify. Even though we might not agree to everything, the terms, everything that was, but it was a starting point. right? To try to sway the narrative a little bit our way, just a 3% our way, just a little bit to get our foot in the door a little bit. Contracts.
I was going into
Contracts are speaking their language.
I was going at it with some dude on Facebook about that. You know what I'm saying? If you see my post, the dude trying to like, you know.
Darius, man, you got to send me that.
I was going with that same thing. I'm like, look, man, we gotta, you know, we missed the mark, man. You know,
we missed it, dog.
Mr. Lockhart is in the chat.
I said Trump was offering
us peep this.
500
the contracts, right? Let's go back to the contracts, Frank, right quick. Your driver license is a contract. Your ID is a contract. Your social security, the birth certificate is a contract. You sign contracts for the bank. You sign contracts for your cell phone. You got to sign a contract everywhere you go. A terms of agreement, pretty much, with this corporation.
The meeting of the
so he was speaking their language, the way they talk. They really talk. See all this other babble that they be on, all this other babble, this voting rights babble. No. Where the contract is, Playboy. You say Black Lives Matter, you said that. So where the contract is. Sign the terms of the conditions then. If Black Lives would have mattered. But we missed the mark again because we got what? The banana up the tail. We keep falling for the banana up the tailpipe.
And I think the leaders have so-called leaders, so we're the only group that has leaders. That's kind of suspicious right there if you really think about it. But you know what I'm saying? They're the ones that are swaying it too. So you got the clergy and you got the politicians kind of like going hand in hand with that one, helping swaying that too, though. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a lot of the older, you got the 70, older crowd of black people, so-called black people that are swaying that too. That are really pushing it. You got to watch out.
And with the race thing, right, Frank? They say, "Oh, what? It ain't about race." No, it's not about race with us. We didn't come up with this racial construct. Race is a social construct. Just like classism, colorism, it's a social construct. We didn't come up with this. I didn't come up with identify myself as an African American or Black American or white American. I didn't come up with that construct. So these people talking, "Oh, well, y'all always trying to bring race in it." Race is in it, Playboy, whether you believe it or not.
Yeah.
The minute they stepped down onto this soil and took over, right? Mm-hmm. The minute they came and stepped on this soil and started to take over our land and our government, which they did, infiltrated, took over. That was a takeover. You remember back was it when Jay-Z and Nas had that big battle, the takeover? Yep. But that's what it was. It was a takeover, and like you said. This is where we at now. I didn't come up with the race construct. So everything is pretty much dialed down on the race situation. We tend to continue to play with it and say, "Oh, brother, it ain't about race." No, it ain't about race with me. You're absolutely correct. But there's somebody pulling the race string, what's the name? The puppet strings with the race, classism, colorism, all that stuff is true. And it's been used. It's effective. It's been used. It's working.
Damn. Yeah, you're right. Shaq, but damn, Darius? Damn, I just seen that. Damn, Darius. I didn't even. That makes a lot of sense. That's why they came up with that whack ass video, back that thing up, that propagandized. And see, they know that think you get Negroes could do anything. You know what I'm saying? You can say, jump off the bridge. And they'll do it. You see what I'm saying? You see, that was some corny. That song, that shit was corny.
That's why they're telling you to strap up, brother.
And that's why they're pushing this stuff on dating sites too. They're pushing I got the jab and all that on the dating site. So basically, the next person will be like, "Nah, I don't want to mess with that one person because he don't got the jab."
That's why they're telling you to strap up, brother.
It's a lot going on right now, man. These people are clever, man. They do it. I ain't gonna admit. I'm not gonna lie. They're clever.
But look, baby, Darius, if it ain't your wife, don't have regular sex.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Hey, welcome buy a weapon.
I would advise you, if you don't know, wear rubber.
We spend some bars tonight, man. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. We spend some bars. It's been heavy, man. But this knowledge has to be out there, man, because this is truth right here. You see what I'm saying? This ain't no BS. It's not how we feel. This is not what we believe. This is the truth. You see what I'm saying? There's a big difference. You see what I'm saying? It's facts over feelings all the time, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're too old to
Hey,
be
look,
playing.
man, I just was saying that to be on the safe side, D. I just, you know what I'm saying, man. But it is what it is.
He said the nanoparticles.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, yeah, look, we all know what to take. Look, we all know what to take. And I am not a doctor, by the way, that can help with the symptoms. You know.
That's true.
And unfortunately, they say it's not monoclonal antibodies. That's what they're saying now. You know, that's why they're discontinuing it. But we know what to take. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, fortunately, that, you know, I'm just saying that when I do my thing, I do straps. So, hey,
you
man.
burnt out, man. You burnt
I
out.
just being keeping it real,
Wow.
dude. Hey, man, that's what you
You
gotta
wild,
do.
man.
Hey, look, you know, I used to mess with, you know what? Look, let me say something. Let me say something. I can't, look here. I used to, I think it was this, yeah, they not to move. Yeah. Nah, you good, bro. Just chill, bro. Now you all right.
Hey,
Look,
Bernard.
Look here, hold on. Let me get this out. Hold on. I was messing with this lady one time, probably about, I don't know, it was about 8 years ago. She took me to a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? And she told me that daggone, she said I got her pregnant or whatever, right? And you know, then she just went off and she went ghost of me and then aborted the child and stuff like that. And they didn't tell me, right?
Oh shit!
Yeah, after the fact, right? No, it's all good. I mean, it fucked up, man. But you know,
I'll be pissed.
But after that, I said, man, look, I ain't married to you or nothing like that. I'm not even raw in it no more. So that's what it is. I mean, you know, just being real, dog. That's where you can avoid all those issues and stuff. So for the most part, for real, I mean, you know, even though, you know, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But, you know, hey, look, that's why I said, just keep it close to the vest, man. You know,
hey, Frank.
You don't know what's going on out there.
Whatever, man.
Hey, look.
Hey, Frank.
Whatever.
You may not be going to them caves without a safety vest on.
Man.
You mess around running into some bats. Get bit by a bat.
Hey, DJ, man. I mean,
yo.
Oh, but you know what? Let me say something funny though. Let me say something about that. Not about that. I did see something funny the other day on YouTube of a rabbit fighting a dog and shit, and beating the dog.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker was thumping on that motherfucking dog, huh?
Yeah, it was a little small dog. You get caught in the Venus flytrap. The Venus flytrap. Yeah. Well, there's a saying. I think Cam Newton made it famous. We should have made it. We should have known when Cam Newton was doing the dab, but he actually meant to dab the jab. But then he got jabbed. So, you know, that's how it goes. Right? But, you know, it is what it is.
Well, speaking of that, well, think about it. Look at all the excess crazy behavior since they have so-called made this marijuana legal. There's been a lot of crazy, like really excess behavior. Just people just wilding.
They say marijuana. They claim marijuana can help with the spread of COVID-19 now, but I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, if they put it in there. Hey, I'll keep telling y'all. Go back and watch Dick Gregory old videos. He mentioned, like I said, back in when them scientists was coming up missing, they had some special stuff they was working on. Huh? Stuff that can alter your thoughts, alter your behavior. You know what I mean?
You're right, brother.
Mm.
You don't want no
Hey,
baby
man.
deals. Hey, baby deals. Hey, look, man. You know, the only deal I know is a deal heel pickle named Jamel Hill, who is a real chip off the old block.
Dang.
Speaking of that, I told people that Aaron Rodgers was gonna lose that NFC divisional game. They didn't want. We cannot have a member of the anti-vax crowd being in the Super Bowl. We don't want that. Not a quarterback, especially. So I kind of knew that was going to happen. Mm-hmm. But a lot of things been happening. You know, they banned me since December 25th. Shout out to all y'all that was on the panel. Actually, y'all two were on here when I got whacked. So
hold on, man. Frank, we was on Frank.
Yeah, we had that Christmas Day thing, right? You know, they didn't have no Christmas spirit that day. You remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know.
Yeah.
I
guess we was the Grinch that stole.
I wasn't really feeling it, man. You know, I didn't like it too much.
Yeah, that was messed up how they did you like during Christmas, man. Damn.
Yeah. So we must have been the Grinches that stole Corona Christmas, huh? COVID Christmas, huh?
You're right. You cannot have an unclean in the Super Bowl. But it's mighty funny. I was doing my taxes yesterday, and when I was doing my taxes, to my surprise and to my knowledge, and I never knew this, brother, they're going, you know, you can put, masks and stuff like that. You know, I found out people were putting them on tax forms and stuff like that because because you can buy. I mean, people buy, you know, like I said, some people get the mask free. I ain't been in no store to buy one, but a lot of people go to these places and buy these things, though, man. This is a real deal talk, man. People go buy these things. I'm just telling you.
So you need as much as in return as possible, man, because you already know Uncle Sam ain't scandalous, man.
You can buy these masks now. It's not something that's unknown.
But see, it's making some money maker though.
Do you think the next lockdown's coming, Darius? If it's free, you're the product. Yes, I've been seeing more people wear N95 masks and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see the COVID tests and all that stuff.
When I was listening to the news the other day, I mentioned to you guys on the phone that I want to say the Dallas Texas area, but I think next school year from 3rd grade to 9th grade, I think they're gonna have, or maybe all the way up until high school level, they're gonna have strictly online learning next school year.
Wow.
Now I don't know if they're gonna, if that's just something they was throwing out there, but I think they was gonna go with online learning next year.
But this is better.
Whatever.
I mean, these teachers, man, exposing the kids to all types of bullshit. And they talking about pushing all this, these mandates in the damn schools and having the kids wear the damn masks in the schools and all. That's going way too far, man. That's doing way too much, man.
Well, they had already mandated. Look, they mandated things before they. Guess what they mandated? They was mandated at the LGBT. That was a mandate to teach LGBT.
Well, Darius, I ain't never had one, so it don't matter to me for real. So,
me. That's some DNA. Let me get everybody's DNA in the database. Damn, dude.
That's everything's about data these days, numbers, counting, and so forth, and the like.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Hey, did you? What about? Like I said,
they found a new strain in China that's more deadly.
See, they keep playing with these games, dude. A lot of people.
You know what, man?
So
let me say something, man. They got more variants than they got clothes. And for the women, they got more variants than the women got bras and shit. Hey, man. Hey, it is what it is. I know they hate me for saying it, but hey, look. You know the old saying, right? It's like this. Hey, look, man. What track do you want? Variant 1, variant 2, variant 3, variant 4, variant 5. And then what DJ do you want on the track? And believe me, this is not a track that I want to be DJing. Okay, I don't want to DJ this one. I will gladly pass on my money today because I don't want to DJ for nobody for this track. The variant BA2 Omicron. What else do we have? Preprint medical journal just came out about it yesterday. By the way, we're still in an experiment. Yes, this is a live experiment, and I want the Flurona remixed with Delta Cron. You know, man, I always say, ain't nothing better than a good comedy show. And I'm going to start naming this thing the best human clown show experience ever. You know, when we was little, they used to take us to see, what's his name? Ronald McDonald Playhouse and stuff like that, right? But we are the Playhouse now. They are, no, we're more like the pawns while they playing in the Playhouse. Variant 1, check. 2, check. 3, check. 4, check. 5, check. Boom. Then, hey, man, you know, I got to give 2020, 2021 now, 2022 some help. It has helped me figure out the veil. The veil has been lifted. And you see things for what they really are. Yes, it is kind of like the Wizard of Oz, too. You know what? It's kind of funny, but speaking of Wizard of Oz, all the movies like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and they talking about that they can get rid of the dwarfs because they was harassing Snow White or some shit. You know, Eminem, you know the Eminem candy, they got them with, how you got a transgender Eminem candy, man, with boots and heels and shit. Jesus. Yeah, man.
Skittles crew, baby. The Skittles crew, baby. They live in effect, baby. The Skittles crew.
You know, I was listening to Vicky Dillard the other day, and she called him Stephen Fetch Smith. Something catch or something. Stephen A. Smith said Stephen Asshole Smith almost say he died in the hospital or whatever, but he's still telling you that. Get the serum, baby. Get the venom.
Ain't no other so-called races or athletes of other races pushing that shit. That's funny, though. That is so funny.
Yeah, I heard about a little black girl that got arrested in New York City for that.
We're the only one race pushing that shit. That's crazy, though. That don't make no sense.
And it is gene therapy because China talked about a lot of gene therapy too. Actually, you can put up a 2019 article and they were talking about gene therapy. Would be nice to have Miss Lockhart on for a few minutes, but you know, Miss Lockhart's probably just listening in to the good fellas and stuff. By the way, she has a blog talk show she's been doing too. I haven't heard her this week, but she's doing a good job on her blog talk as well. Always been a fan of Miss Lockhart and her work and stuff. Oh, you coming on that? But she does a good job. She appreciates some real men and not the clown shows that we have today out there in the world. So I will give her credit for that. Her and what's the name? Valerie Denise Jones. We got a lot of ones and stuff like that that you can give her props to. You can give her props to lady in Houston, Miss Sherry Dawson. She talks to me. She spreads her point of view, stuff like that. All in this fight, and like I say, it's life. You ain't getting out of this damn thing alive. So you might well you
got to put respect on Miss Latney's name.
Oh yeah, I got to throw some respect. Oh yeah, that's a 90-year-old woman. Man, I was talking about 96-year-old this week, and I was talking about the one, and we were just talking about the importance of reading. Some of how you used to read books at 2 years old and stuff like that. Thank you, Miss Lockhart. Respect you. Subscribe to Lockhart Perspective. Thank you very much. I'm your fan as well. You three kings, I really love you, and I'm proud of you all. Yes, and I will text you in the morning to wake you up as well, like I do every morning, so you can get up and enjoy your day. Now,
Peace.
now, I just want to say that reading, and my mom was talking about how you used to read so much as a child. She was giving me some more books and stuff, so I said I'm going to do that. I always love reading. And she said, and I didn't even know this until yesterday. She said, when I was young, I spent $100 to buy you a dictionary. And she said that you read that dictionary from A to Z and you knew all the words, meanings, and stuff like that. Here it is, Auntie, right here. Now, here's the thing. If I was to do that again in life, right? I couldn't tell you all the words and meaning because they don't put so much transgender crap in the dictionary. They probably changed all the words around and shit. Non-binary. I don't even think that was in there.
Take over.
So, it is what it is. But, I did go to, like I told you, I had a checkup last week. And A1C was good. Levels good. Whatever. So I got a friend of mine. He had just got in the hospital. They kept him 14 days when he was supposed to only been in for 2. He was he had so-called invisible virus, but he told me they didn't give him the IV like he wanted and stuff like that. So, and IV means, you know what I mean by IV. So I ain't really got to keep on, and y'all know what I mean. But they didn't want to give it to him. They said it wasn't recommended. So, and he's a nurse actually. So it's very interesting. Not giving out hot transplants. You know the deal. You're not giving out hot transplants. You're not jabbed or whatever. It's kind of crazy. But it is what it is. It's the world we live in. It's getting more savage by the day. America's showing you it's Babylon. It's showing you the true colors of what this thing is.
Let me change the subject.
They held him in the hospital, Darius. They held him in the hospital. But he showed me what he said. It wasn't him that was having the problems. It was the jab that had the problems. So that's what that was the problem. He said he was doing fine. He was FaceTime me and everything. He was letting me know everything. Now he back on the move. He's doing well. He said they made a whole lot of money off him by him staying in the bed though. Wow. But nevertheless, it is what it is.
Hey, but let me change the subject and ask you guys, everybody that's listening on this, because I want to get y'all opinion on this. You guys listen to music, right? Pretty much y'all listen to music, right? You got a playlist. Y'all playlist, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is your opinion on hip hop being a young man's so-called sport? What is your opinion on the older, like I said, some of the guys we listen to, some of the older guys that still continue to rap and bring albums out? Do you think that should be a different category for them, like maybe, I don't know, grown hip hop or something, or true hip hop or something? Do we need to categorize it? Because in any other genre of music, the older legends, they still continue to perform and they don't get disrespected. So what do y'all think about that? How do we categorize and how we separate the two?
Good point. Well, shit, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's always kind of been I always, my thing is just the younger cats need to respect the legends, man. And that's the thing. It's to the point nowadays to where the younger cats don't even know what the hell and who the hell the legends are. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like,
now, is that on the legends? Is that on the legends responsibility or on the young guys? Or should it be a collective of both basically getting in tune with each other?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think it's both, but at the same time, it's all about these Jewish industry cats, dude. They like kind of switched it up in the, like the 90s. They switched up the whole little genre. You know what I'm saying? There was conscious hip hop for the longest time, and then they switched it up to the gangster. You feel what I'm saying? And then it went to, you know what I mean? And then it went to just everything, you know what I'm saying? Then trap, then drill. You see what I'm saying? And everything was just all negative. You see what I mean?
I'm talking about the age. Like I said, okay. Let me ask you this: do you still want to see Jay-Z put an album out, Nas put an album out, Snoop Dogg, Eminem? You still want them to see it?
certain cats I would check for it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Because the reason why I brought it up, because I thought it was interesting that, and me and my partner was talking about behind the scenes. He brought it up to me. Now the Super Bowl is supposed to be in LA, right? Is the Super Bowl supposed to be in LA? Now who's going to perform at the halftime show? Do y'all know?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Snoop Dogg. I want to say Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Eminem. I think. So, but all this supposed to be. Why not some of the young guys? Well, maybe they're gonna bring some. I don't know, because the performance don't be that long though. Halftime, right?
I think about an hour. I think.
About 30 minutes.
The performance be about an hour.
30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, right there.
30 minutes. Okay. Well, maybe. Now I thought that was weird. I said, okay, it's
No, I said well, like an hour.
young guys is.
It'd be different performances, right? Don't it be like one performance and then another one? Don't it be like two usually?
Maybe I don't know.
Super Bowl.
Hey, look, check this out.
It definitely be two or
now
three
Snow White
different
and the
artists.
7 normal sized people. No longer Snow White and the 7 dwarfs.
Wow.
Hey, let me go find me a leprechaun right quick. I'm going up to the White House, man. I'm going to find me a leprechaun like Anthony Fauci and throw him in the movie. You know what? That might be.
They ain't in the White House, is it? They ain't in the White House either. Is it? they not occupying the White House, is it?
I don't know, man. I need to ride up there. It might be empty and shit. Could be a fake set.
Oh man. Well, good news, Bernard. Tyler Perry's coming to Netflix.
Shit, I don't have Netflix. So it don't matter to me.
I think, hey, when my daughter told me that, I looked at her, boy, the look I had on my face, boy. Man.
Hey, Victor.
Oh man.
Victor said black crime was started in 1978 or 79. In an Ebony magazine issue. But you know, we always say we gotta win life and we gotta take the bull by the horns. And this year I'm taking it by the horns. I'm sticking to it. Okay. Well,
hold on, you got Victor in the chat?
Town. King BJ is back. That's the Super Bowl. I'm back.
The Super Bowl.
And they were supposed to have me out for 2 weeks, and they kept me out a month. And I just happened to just say, let me just see if I can get on tonight. And then I said, oh, I'm back. So that being said, it's always good to be back with y'all. I'm gonna come back again. Soon. Big Daddy Kane and all the rest, old school rappers. Yes, Headlines with a Voice. That's also another channel she got. Headlines with a Voice. But at least you got a lot of channels, man. You gotta keep up with this lady. This lady is impeccable.
Yeah. Hey, Bernard, she gonna have to send me some of those so I can start participating. I don't know all the different channels she got in different little, especially, you know what I mean? Just send me a couple of different ones so I can, tune in.
Yeah.
When you get a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, Felicia be
right there. It's right there in front of your face, brother.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, Felicia should be spitting them good topics, man. Should be exposing them. You know what I mean?
Now, with that being said, it's snowing here on the East Coast. Once again, and I will have Miss Felicia on my show sooner or later tonight. Y'all should hear that young lady's voice. Or she calls me son, so I'll be nice. But she still got a lot of spunk in her. I just listen to her talking. She got a lot of spunk in her. So, that's always good. Headline of the Voice. We have snow as well in Alabama. Wow. Okay. I ain't going no freeway down here, bro. They gonna get stuck on 95 again.
It's almost that time, bro.
But I think it's supposed to stop snowing at 6 in the morning. Not sure. But yeah, Frank, Chaq, she put up her channels for you. Headline with the boys, TLP headline with the boys, and so forth and like. She putting it all there for you, man.
Yeah, I had to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see them. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if they.
Oh, why you jump off though? Queen made him jump off. He trying to get all them things together. It is Doppler snow. How you know it's Doppler? That's right. Well, I don't know the White House wall. Oh yeah, they have implemented 5G in certain places. So, oh yeah, Shaq, we gotta talk about that 5G thing. What do you think about that 5G, Shaq? That 5G, yeah, 5G. Talk about that quick.
Yeah, man. I know they was talking about with the airplanes and stuff, man. With these at the airports and stuff, how they was supposed to been slowing up with the rolling out with the 5G towers and stuff because they were saying it was interrupting with some of the instruments on the aircrafts. So back early when this stuff started back in early 2020 when I was looking at it, I was seeing stuff like they had some reports when they was putting those 5G towers up with some of the people that was coming to close contact was just falling out, man. You know what I mean? Now I don't know if they didn't regulate how much juice or whatever they got, whatever they use. I don't know if it's radio waves, sonic waves. I don't know what they're using with their 5G. I don't know what is the conduit, the conduit, whatever that powers it. I don't know, but it's definitely not good for us because I'm looking at it with they put it in all aspects. Cell phones, they're gonna put it in the vehicles and stuff like that. Eventually, like you said, with all this electric, they want to bring out the electric cars and stuff like that. I just think that we as human beings are going to suffer for convenience. You know what I mean? Too much technology. I think we need to have a healthy balance of all this technology stuff, man. Too much of it, it's an overload. It's going to become an overload for us.
Agreed.
Well, with that being said, guys, but shout out y'all contact information and all that other good stuff.
Word. You know what I'm saying? Well, you could catch me on YouTube at XX Frank Nitty XX, and Facebook at Frank Nevermind Jones, and Instagram at Frank Jones 8115. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it, BJ.
I'm glad to have you back, bro.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Shaq.
Yeah, buddy. I guess you can check me out on Instagram, man. CLE Smooth 81 on Instagram, man. You know, Facebook, I'll be on there, but I really don't be on. I tap in, tap out. But it's Chakarvis Edwards on Facebook. I pretty much post a lot of just different posts on there. I don't really talk too much on Facebook though. So that's where you can catch me at. Be chilling, hanging out.
You can catch me at Facebook at Bernard Johnson. Instagram Bernard1121. KingBJFitness.com, KingBJMe.com, KingBJFitness32 Instagram, King BJ Johnson, and my other channel is King BJ. Doesn't have a lot of subscribers. $1919 BJ Cash App. If you want to donate, I'm back. Had me in punishment like a little stepchild, Monel, but it's okay.
And I might have another podcast coming, soon, maybe. I don't know, within the next couple months. I'm thinking about getting back in the podcast game. I don't know. I'll let you know.
But we're gonna make a little bit more banter. I'm still saying we're gonna make a little bit banter just to keep the clowns off my back for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. They just to keep the clowns on my back a little bit. It make me more happy. And then we can talk about other things like PPE and stuff like that. Pandemic pussy entertainment.
Damn. I'm trying to see what that do. I'm trying to see what that be like. I'm trying to see what that be like.
I don't know, man.
PPE.
A lot of people. I mean, you know, I saw a lady a couple days ago in the store, man. I said, "Is that you?" She's like, "Is that you?" She's like, "Dang." She's like, "BJ, you look like you lost weight." It's King BJ. Felicia. She was like, "Dang, is that you, BJ?" I said, "Yeah." She said, I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Dang, you look good." I said, "Well, thank you." I said, she like, "You lost some weight?" I said, "No, I ain't lost nothing, man. I might be like 148, but I was like 151 at that time." She's like, "Dang, I feel bad. I'm gaining like 20 pounds. Can you help me?" I said, "Yeah, I give you a diet plan or whatever, nutrition plan or whatever." No, it's all good. Ain't no joke, man. Serious.
Vitamin D is the #1 mineral. I was playing. Let me stop.
You know, but you know, we talked about it. But you know, that's what we gotta do. We gotta help people. We gotta help people. We gotta still get the word out by any means necessary. Watch out for all the psyops. Black History Month is coming, so you know they're gonna hype it up.
Oh man,
stuff like that. That starts on Tuesday. As a matter of fact, Dad, talking about Black History Month, they don't talk about Black History Month unless y'all gonna talk about, because shit. I'm about to tell Darius, man, Black History Month, Groundhog Day coming up. Guess what? Be a whole lot of groundhogs coming out of this ground now.
Hey, maybe on another show. Did you hear anything about Florida trying to pass a bill to stop Black History Month or Black History something like that? Did you hear anything?
To stop some I think some training, some type of diversity training or something like that in the workforce, the place or something like that too.
I'm gonna bring that up on one show because they actually are about to take on an affirmative action case because the agents say they're getting discriminated out of college because of black minority programs. Yeah. So you know, but it is what it is.
Wow.
So, but you know, I mean, like I said, we can't worry about it right now. Like I told you, I just said it earlier. Like 50 Cent said, and his thing, his album "Get Rich or Die Trying." Well, I'm not gonna say get rich, but you gotta get rich to keep living. Do something, whatever you gotta do right now. Any means necessary, because, like I said, this life you ain't getting out of it alive. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Hey, you decide of good, you decide of evil, or you stay your ass on the sideline. Matter of fact, there's a lot of people on the sideline right now too. So if you're on the sideline and you ain't hurting me, but you're on the side of evil, you're trying to hurt me. So it is what it is. We gotta come. We're getting rid of you.
Well, Bernard, I sure think this administration. Well, I definitely think that the moves they're making is definitely final steps to trying to put the nail in the coffin of so-called black folks, black people. Trying to put the nail in the coffin, man.
One thing about it, we do got a new governor in Virginia, and he did rescind mask mandates for the children. The parents have an option, so that's always good. Choice is good. You gotta have choice, but in reality, it's only two choices these days. It's good, evil, to have the mark of the beast, or not to have the mark of the beast. Which one is?
Let me ask you another question. Is being an American citizen the same as being a U.S. citizen, or is that two different things?
You know that's two different things.
Though. Find that out. Hey. I don't know. I sent the interview to you last week with a guy when the guy said on there, and they were saying on CNN that the guy said, I forgot the guy name now, because I called you about it, Shaq, and they said black people, U.S. citizens, they're not citizens. It was Mitch McConnell, actually, when he said that they asked him, the African Americans, why you trying to tell African Americans right to vote? He said African Americans voted just as other Americans. They said Mitch McConnell said that African Americans are not citizens. Well,
I don't know, man. I'm just asking questions.
So if he's saying that, they're saying that he made a blanket statement, but he could have been dropping a truth bomb. How you know? Why don't you ask the question?
Just what did Obama say on the Larry Joyner or Tom Joyner show? He said, "How does it feel to be the first?" He said, "How does it feel to be the first black president, Obama?" He said, "Well, I'm not actually black." He said, "You're not black." He said, "Why you say that?" He said, "Because black has no standing by law." Come on now, let's not.
That's what Kim Bay been saying, Ms. Lockhart. But I'm saying, daggone, people got mad at Mitch McConnell. Why they didn't ask the question?
We just too, that's to get into our feelings, and people want to go on to the beliefs instead of going on with the truth. What you believe and the truth are two different things. I'm telling you, dude. In facts.
Well, you know the old saying. My truth does not need to be blinded by your ignorance.
Ooh.
And a lot of people are not informed. That's just the way it is. Now, the only thing is, it's better to not be informed and wake up than not be informed and die uninformed all your life.
Yeah, just for another thing, we're not actually black. That's not, you know what I'm saying? There has no standing by law. There's no nation. You see what I'm saying? That's that makes it to where we don't honor our fathers and our mothers. That's when you could trace back a lineage or somebody of a nationality. Some people that could, you know what I'm saying? And that goes back to the Bible. That's even that saying about honoring the mother and the father. So I mean, a lot of that. If that's not truth, I don't know what is. You know what I mean?
Well, let me say something to you, brother. I don't know. Hey, look, man. I just need to know now that I'm back. I got some catching up to do. I might have to do a show again tomorrow or the next day or whatever. But I know y'all want me to keep dropping these truth bombs. We're gonna do it like we're gonna drop these truth bombs like a thief in the night.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna have some fun doing it too. They don't make me pick up my YouTube etiquette. I had to go back to the basics of handbooks and joking and stuff like that a little bit, and getting a little bit fun with the clowns. Yeah. Maybe I'll be like Joe Rogan, be a comedian or something. Even they trying to ban him off Spotify and stuff like that.
Darius is right. We're not immigrants at all. Sorry about that.
I would say we POWs.
Prisoners of war.
Ooh.
Well, Shaq, I'm gonna say that we're not prisoners. You can say prisoner of wars, but everybody is a prisoner of war. You know why? Not by what you're saying, but by you're a prisoner of war if your mind can't think bigger than what it is. See, you can be a prisoner in your own mind too. That's what I always say as well. And when we talking about voting rights and all this stuff, and you actually believe this stuff that they selling, you're a prisoner of the mind, and we don't need to really be having those issues. But it is what it is, and it is what it's not. We just gotta keep going. So I should be coming back again. Maybe I get Bishop or Felicia on or whatever, and they can have their little talk about scripture and stuff like that. If they don't bang you for that these days, shit, might bang you daggone if you breathe too hard. I don't know, but it is what it is. But y'all have a good night and y'all take your time.
All right, man. All right, y'all. Good looking out.
All right, peace.
All right, Miss Felicia. All right, y'all have a good night. Peace. I'm out.